What the hell is going on in here? Time to build me. Ah, for Christ's sake. So, about 10 or 12 years ago, I was in my local bar, the Painted Lady. They're in Hamtramck, and we're regular there. I'm there with my wife and some friends, and we're hanging out at the bar. And I've been there a million times, and I never saw it. But at the very top of the bar was a puppet of the devil. And I'd never seen it. And I was just like, wow, like, where'd that come from? So I asked Andrea, she's a good friend of mine, and I was like, hey, can I see that puppet? So she climbs up there and brings it down, gives it to me. And in like 5 minutes, he's got his own chair. He's just roasting people. He's telling jokes. He's just running the bar. He's like a cross between like a bad late night talk show host and a horrible lounge comic. He's just roasting people, telling jokes. He's got his own personality. He's got a catchphrase that I probably shouldn't say on YouTube, but it was crudely made. He had a dark gray suit, a bow tie, and clearly the devil, and he was just hilariously fun. My wife and myself had a blast, and it was just hilarious. And the next time I went, it was gone. Never saw it again. Don't know what happened to it. And that was, like I said, over 10 years ago, and I always kind of missed it. Like, I was just like, I wonder what happened to that puppet. I want to play with that puppet again. So I figured now that I have a YouTube channel, I can make my own puppet of the devil so that I can have that experience again and just have fun with it. And also, I've always wanted to make a puppet since I was a kid. I never really made anything outside of a sock puppet. And I figured that now would be the time to, explore that. So I found out about a place called Arts and Scraps. It's donation based. I'd never been there before, but it's like rows and rows and racks of just random weird art supplies, sort of sorted, sort of not. You never know what you're gonna find, but there's tons of fabric, tons of cutoffs, tons of foam, tons of bottle caps, broken toys, all kinds of stuff to just make art out of. If you haven't been there and you're in the Detroit area, I highly recommend it. For $10, you can fill a grocery bag with whatever you can fit in there. If you can donate or volunteer or whatever, here's some information. Here's everything I got from Arts and Scraps. I got all the fabric, all the fur, some hair, some devil horns, a couple of ping pong balls, and all the foam that I need. It was a wonderful experience. I got everything I needed in one stop, except for I did spend $30 on Amazon to get a baby tuxedo because the devil has to be well dressed. We're going to go through all these templates from puppetnerd.com. Adam over there has wonderful tutorials, great videos. There's a whole rabbit hole if you want to go through and make all your own puppets, but he's got free templates. So we're going to start with that. So let's start cutting some foam. So here it is after we've glued together all the foam. It is looking pretty good. The shape is really nice. The template worked out really well. My foam's a little bit thicker than what's recommended, but I'm just using what I had available to me. And if I have to trim out the inside a little bit after we get a little bit further along, then so be it. I think it'll be fine. I went and cut out all the patterns and put them together so that we don't have to watch that every time, but I'm going to cut out the upper and lower mouth plate out of this piece of Kydex I had left over. Just plastic or wood is what's recommended, so this should work fine. So I'm going to cut out the upper and lower mouth plate out of this. We'll get it glued in, and then we'll tackle fabric after that. So let's see where we're at with this. So here's where we are. It's coming together very nicely. Mouth plate went in perfectly. The glue wrapped around the edges perfectly. I'm very, very happy with how it's coming. Puppet Nerd's Adam's templates are very easy to work with. I'm very happy with the geometry and the form. If the foam was a little bit thinner, maybe I could have got it a little bit straighter, but it's still going to be perfect. So next we're going to cut out his felt fabric fur puppet skin and sew all the pieces together and try to get it all skinned up to where it's got a neck, a face covering, and the mouth is covered with felt. And then from that point forward, we're going to start kind of going off in our own direction. I can't say enough about Adam's templates, though. They're going to get me to the point to where I can go and improv and freestyle on my own, but where this is at right now for being my first time ever making a puppet like this, I'm extremely ecstatic and very happy. So highly recommend. All right, let's start cutting off fabric. One real quick thing here. I haven't touched this fabric at all yet. This is just the way the scrap that I got from Arts and Scraps was already cut. And you have to cut this fabric in the direction of stretch from right to left. And this just happens to be what this looks like already. This is just absurdly lucky that the fact that this pattern exactly fits on this fabric without me doing anything to it. This is just how I found it in a bin randomly. And here is the perfect blank slate puppet head. The form is perfect. The way the fabric went on, the templates worked awesome. The way the fabric just worked out from these scraps that I had, I'm so happy. He looks so good. And the next step is going to be to give him personality, make the eyes, the nose, the horns, the hair, and really make it into the character that it's going to be. I'm no longer going to be following any templates. So from here on out, it's just going to be my construction methods of what I think is going to work best for my puppet. But having this form and having this base to start with is incredible. So shout out to Puppet Nerd. Great job, great templates. If you want to make a puppet, start there. But now we're going to give him character, going to give him life, and give him a face. So let's start cutting ping pong balls and making eyes and doing all that stuff. So let's get to that. came out so good. So happy with him. He looks great. His eyes came out nice. I stole some irises out of some big googly eyes that I had. And ping pong balls are harder to cut than you think. Do not use a bandsaw. That did not work out. I ended up cutting them with a razor blade and then hitting them with some gloss white paint. Put the fabric over the eyes. This little underlid came out really great. I really like his nose and his teeth and his tongue and these little dimples that he has. He came out so great. I'm so happy. For a first attempt at making a puppet, I am over the moon ecstatic at how good this came out. So next step is to fill out the suit with foam, cut some foam to make a body for him. He's just going to be a torso up with some hands and some hand rods. But first we need to make the arms, the body, and get all that working with the neck positioning and everything else. But yeah, could not be happier. He's so cute and he's so kind of articulated. He already has just a killer personality, and his eyebrows and everything just came out so good. So let's make a body. Yeah. And so here he is, Louie the bar devil, and he came out better than I had any right for him to come out. I made these little arm puppet rods and a little rocks glass for him, and you know, this started with a $10 bag of scraps and a free template from Puppet Nerd and a baby tuxedo from Amazon, and I'm ecstatically happy with how he came out. I mean, this started with just a memory of being in the bar playing with a puppet that I found in the bar and couldn't get it out of my head for, you know, over 10 years, and here we are. I think there's really only one place this could end.
Haven't seen you around here in a while.
Yeah, it's been over 10 years. This place still smells like bad decisions.
You still have a tab here, you know.
Good. That means I'm still a regular. Although I see the clientele has not improved.
Why don't you just go to hell?
Sweetheart, I'm on a break. So I'm here with Andrea. Andrea, what's the most Detroit thing you've ever seen happen in this bar?
I don't know. I'm afraid I'd get arrested.
Fair. That's probably the truth. Anyway, what's your favorite sin?
My favorite sin? Gluttony.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one, then. So, if there was anything that you could sell your soul for, what would it be? I mean, I don't have any money,
To
so...
be a puppet and have someone else's hand on my ass.
Oh, I don't think you'd have to pay for that.